Good morning. Welcome to yoga on this snowy day. Today we're going to go through a couple sun salutations. It's been a minute since we've been here on the mat, so a good little refresher and some good old downward dog and upward dog. And then we're also going to do a couple nice hip openers. When the weather changes and gets cold and crappy, it's very normal for the body to start tensing up. So one of the most common places that happens is in the hips. So we're going to do some hip stretches and yeah, and chill out at the end with a good relaxation. So let's start in a simple cross-legged pose, however it's comfortable for you. Let's take a moment and focus on the posture. So try to roll those shoulders back. Keep that spine nice and straight. And let the hands rest on the knees. Let's just start taking some nice deep breaths deep from the belly. And exhale. And just begin to try to keep the mind as clear as possible and just focus on your time right now with the practice. Let's take one more nice deep breath here. And let's go ahead and bring that left hand over to the right knee, right hand behind. Get a good stretch for that side. If you can, look over the right shoulder or just look neutral. Nice deep breaths here. And then back to center. Nice deep breath in. And exhale, take that right hand to the left knee. Left hand goes behind. Nice deep stretch here. And come back to center. Let's go ahead and cross that left arm across the body. Right hand goes in front. Try to keep the shoulder down when you do this. And just gently press the arm into the back of the hand. Warming up and stretching out those shoulders. And release. And same thing on the other side. And release. Shake the arms out. Let's go ahead and take that left arm back so the left hand is on that left shoulder. And just hold on to that right elbow. Nice deep breaths here. This doesn't just help stretch the shoulder, it also helps stretch the sides of the body. So be sure to breathe deeply here. And then release, shake it out. Same thing on that right side. And release. Nice. Now let's take and sit or place that left hand under the leg. And we're going to take that right arm up and stretch over towards the left. And just really focus here on opening the entire side of the body, keeping both sides of the sitting bones and hips down. And back to center. Place that right hand under the leg, left arm up. And release. Let's go ahead, keeping the sitting bones firmly planted. Walk those hands out in front. And then walk the hands over to that left leg. And back to the center. And then over to the right side. And back to center. And slowly come on up. And let's come over onto hands and knees. And let's just take a couple minutes here, try to balance and focus on keeping the same distance between your hands and between your knees. Let's go ahead and do a little cat-cow stretch here. So on the inhale, let's dip that belly down, lifting the head up, shoulders back. And on the exhale, arch the back up, tuck that shin in. And release. And one more time, inhale, dip the belly, lift the head. And exhale, arch the back and tuck the chin in. And release. Let's go ahead and lift the knees up into downward dog. Remember, just press the weight back from the hands, down through the legs and the heels. Nice deep breaths here. And then slowly come back down to the knees. Sit back on the heels. Place the hands on the knees. And just to extend that chest and the front of the body out as you just gently pull the shoulder blades back a little bit. One more nice deep breath here. And then let's come back onto hands and knees, back up into downward dog. From here, let's walk those feet forward into a standing forward bend. And then let's slowly roll the body up and come into your mountain pose, planting those feet into the floor, spreading the toes, feeling nice and grounded and secure with the feet. Let's take those arms overhead, reaching up through the fingertips, and exhale, release. One more time. And exhale, release. Let's go ahead and bring those arms up again. This time, let's take the left wrist in the right hand and stretch to the right. Back to center. Relax the arms. And inhale, arms up. right wrist into that left hand, gently stretching towards the left. And if you want, you can always increase the intensity of these stretches by just gently pulling on that wrist a little bit. You don't want to yank it, but you can apply a little pressure just to get a little bit more extension and expansion through that side. Back to center and release. Let's go ahead and step the feet a little wider than shoulder width. We're going to keep that left leg back, left foot at just a little bit of an angle, right foot forward. Let's try to turn those hips over that right leg. And we're going to bend that right knee. And let's go ahead, bring those arms up into our warrior one. And just take some deep breaths here. Focusing on the strength in the arms, the shoulders, down through those supporting legs. And then let's come into our warrior two, keeping the fingers out, extended through both sides, knees softly bent. If you want, you can gaze over that right hand or just keep the head neutral, whatever feels better for you. And release. Nice. Let's do that same thing on the other side. So plant that right heel down, left foot in front, moving the hips forward over the left leg, gently bending that left knee, and then bringing the arms up into warrior one. Settling in here. You can always try to get a little bit lower, and if you want, you can walk your feet backwards or forwards and try to get a little bit more depth in this. And then let's go ahead and move into our warrior two, imagining a straight line connecting those left fingers to the right. And the focus on the warrior poses is a combination of strength, balance, and also stillness. So the strength in these poses comes from the strength it takes to be still. So you don't want to be wavering and moving too much. The goal is to try to be still and increase the focus. And then relax. Let's come back to the center. We're going to move through a couple sun salutations. If you want to do them at your own speed, that's totally fine. We're going to bring those arms all the way up. And exhale, swan dive down into a standing forward bend. And then let's bring flat back, hands to the legs. Back down to a forward bend. And then place the hands down, walk those feet back into a plank. And then down onto the floor. Up into an upward dog. Take this at your own pace. So if you want to stay on the elbows, that's fine. If you want to have your hands in front, or you can have them at the side. It's up to you. Do what feels right. And then let's shift the weight back and come back up into our downward dog, pushing away from the hands. And let's walk the feet forward and back into your standing forward bend. And then bring the hands up to the legs, flat back. Back down to forward bend. Let's inhale all the way back up and release. Let's do that one more time. So bring the arms up, reaching up through the fingertips. Exhale all the way down into forward bend. Come up to flat back. And back down into your forward bend. Bring the hands down, step the legs back into a plank pose, and then lower down onto the belly. Come up into your version of upward dog, whatever feels good. And back down. Come back to the hands and knees, and then push up into your downward dog. And just remember when you're in downward dog to keep breathing. The tendency is often to shorten the breath or hold the breath when a pose is difficult. So you want to just keep mindful and reminding yourself to keep breathing. And then let's slowly come down to the knees. Sit back on the heels, extending the chest, bringing the shoulders back. A couple of nice deep breaths here. And then let's come back onto the butt. We're going to bring those feet together. Hold on to the outsides of the ankles. And just pretend like you're bringing the feet towards the body as the shoulders are back. Letting those legs drop open to the sides as much as you can. And then from here, let's bring the hands down to the toes and just bring the elbows down towards the legs. Let's take some nice deep breaths here. And then slowly come back up. Let's go ahead and extend those legs out. Bring the arms and the hands down. If you can hold on to the feet, great. If you can hold on to the ankles, you do whatever your body allows today. Just take some deep breaths here. Try to keep those shoulders down, away from the ears. And then slowly come back up. Let's take one side at a time. This is all good for not just stretching the muscles of the leg, but also the inside and outside of the hip. So let's bring that right hand and left hand down over the right leg. Again, keeping those shoulders down. Nice deep breaths. And then slowly come back up. And let's switch sides. Left leg extends out. Bend that right leg down and come down over the left leg. And then slowly, let's come back up. And come over onto the back. We're gonna take that left knee, our left foot, and cross it over the right leg. And all I want you to do here is just take the palm of your hand and press gently down into that left leg, like you're pressing it away from the body. And just take some deep breaths here. Good. And then release. Let's do that on the other side. Right leg crosses over, pressing into that right thigh. Nice. Come back to center. Let's extend that left leg out, bending that right knee into the chest. Keep the shoulders down. And then take the right hand to the inside of that right leg. Gently press it open towards the right, keeping that left side grounded. And come back up to center. Take the left hand to the right knee, cross it over the body to the left. Nice deep breaths here. You're really going to feel that stretch through the outside of the glutes and the hips here. So feel free to use that left hand to press down a little bit more on that right knee if you want, or on the outside of it. And come back to center. Let's go ahead, hug that right knee in one more time. And then release. Extend that right leg out, bend the left knee in, gently squeeze it towards the body. And then take that left hand to the inside of the left knee, press that leg open to the left, the right side stays grounded. Back to center. Let's take that right hand to the outside of the left leg, bring it over to the right. Back to center. Let's hug that knee in one more time. And then bring both knees bent, feet to the floor. Go ahead, lift those feet up and grab onto either the toes or the ankles or even the legs, whatever feels best for you. Just extending the feet up into happy baby. If you want, you can rock a little bit from side to side here. Just keep those shoulders down. And then come back to center. Slowly bring the feet down. Keeping the feet together, let's drop just the knees open to the sides and let the hands rest on the belly. And just begin to let the body relax. Let the heart rate slow down. Let the breath slow down naturally, releasing tension through those hips and legs. And then very slowly extend those legs out. Drop the hands to the sides. And just let the body relax into the floor, feeling completely supported and secure. And letting the top of the body feel light and open. And just focus on any part of your body that might be sore or tight, or you feel you holding on to tension. And use each breath to help relax those areas. And just become aware of the gentle rise and fall of the belly and the chest with each breath. And take a couple more nice deep breaths here. And slowly begin to move the fingers and the toes. Go ahead and bend those knees and roll yourself up. Let's come into a simple cross-legged pose. Let's bring those hands behind the back, interlocking the fingers, roll the shoulders back, and if you want, you can just lift the arms and hands a little bit away from the body here. Nice stretch for those shoulders. And then if you want, you can keep the butt down and just slowly lean forward a little bit. Slowly come back up. Let's go ahead and press the hands gently into the knees, straightening the back, shoulders back. Nice elongation through that entire spine, so you should feel that each vertebrae is lined up in full extension. And let's go ahead and take one more twist to each side to bring that left hand to the right leg, right hand behind. And when you do the stretches at the end of practice versus the beginning, you might feel like you can get a little bit deeper. And just be sure to take nice deep breaths here, expanding that rib cage. And then come back to center. Bring that right hand to the left knee. Same thing here, left hand behind, nice deep breaths. And back to center. Let's go ahead, bring those arms up, reach up through the fingers, and release. One more time. Inhale, arms up, palms together. Exhale, let's bring those hands down the center of the body to the heart. Take a moment here just to thank yourself for doing something healthy and for taking the time to make your body, mind, and soul be healthy. Namaste.